Avid was an authentic prodigy during his 9 years of high school. With abundant and long hair, it is like the colorless blood red for 5,000 days of sunshine. Her eyes were harsh, round green with a network of shadows inside. If you ask me, she was a wonderful disaster. Her company was so bittersweet. It was an amazing balance between comfort and discomfort, until a certain point, his arrogance, haughtiness, distance, and even hostility made a starving and fatal hurricane. Yes, she was creative, sexy, funny, and her scandals gentle sense had. Within his soul always, I thought there was, enveloping, a strong, resistant to years, and that is still growing her evil. I could predict their classwork and extreme punctuality, but never his words, seemingly disjointed speeches, into two fragile frames, a thousand more lives, and contagion on her and her sea of stuffed enigmas. There was never enough time to discuss thoroughly. In their plans, we know that she loved to go to art exhibitions, orchestrated music, photography, and biology. Frankly, the song was the most difficult track to decipher after his disappearance. It was amazing and totally brilliant the way Avid pointed out where her body should be, or she, even alive. I wish none of this had happened then. It's not encouraging that my last day has brought me to the seat of shit, cold, tasteless, and devourer of dreams, but leaving aside the rancor, I'll explain a little better what happened. Avid disappeared the afternoon of May 23, and her extraordinary absence was noticeable to my fucking devotion for her. Alex and I, after that, we decided to go to her home, where her parents said that Avid got out very early with her bike, leaving a simple note but footer track. The words "aucun deceased," which in French is very frequently used in newspaper articles, indicating that no there were deaths after some restlessness, misfortune, or wherever you like it. After 5 days of her disappearance, the police tried to locate clues to find her whereabouts, and into her photo was published in widely circulated media. By the way, this story yielded more wrestle, so obvious like her conception of the May 23. Yes, that Avid was gone. On May 29, I asked permission to Avid's parents to try to find a clue. Once inside, and after hours and hours of thinking and trying to check the 1,001 hypotheses that I made, I found marks in the socket of the room. They seemed to go the word, and there I felt an infinite happiness. Alex, who reached at 2:33 p.m. a few hours after my arrival, managed to locate 4 words on a sheet of notes of May 22 in her book of algebra: plane, boiler, serpentine's glass, and cyclone. Basically, plane was a part of her message. The boiler, cyclone, why and for what? Well then, I must say I thought many alternatives to my new hobby, but it was very difficult to defect to something that seemed to make sense of my life. Days before, at her disappearance, I took a lot to invite her a coffee and go to her some of her favorite songs in a theater hall, because her beauty, coherence, and so on was my curiosity at her. I fell in love, and nothing made me stay away from Avid. With a little help, a little was sent to David's computer, where very cautiously she left hand only information relevant to their studies. The record and the gallery, nothing suspicious, just entertainment, but I suggested to Alex perform a deeper search. Eliminating certain digital boundaries let us that we find an image file called boiler.jpg, which was another part of the word found in the socket. With 2 tracks, cyclone was a matter of logic. Alex told me that this word in Spanish means cyclone, or designating areas of the planet in which atmospheric pressure is very low, and usually also indicates strong winds accompanied by storms. This was linked with the last presentation by Avid in the field of meteorology. For For those, no more to say, we threw the material school to open your locker, where she hid minor researches of the presentations. One of the scripts he had prepared was the warrant of the third part of a word, it indecipherable, which intensely fed my whim of curiosity. By the afternoon of the same May Thursday, we decided to return to Avid's room. We had the piece, but it still required the fourth part to prevent our postulate was wrong, and they could be distinguished at the final words. I translated the last word, and to my surprise was something like break the glass, but this had to do what glass? Well, I asked the father of Avid and told me that recently he had to replace the glass in her room several times and had retained the glass that had given him as a gift for his 5 purchase this month. I know, it was hard not to laugh. Well, what occurred to me was something rather more than useful, was arbitrary, but closely linked to the bad that Avid told me. I broke the glass in her room 2 days after with a rocket bomb. This concluded in a fire installing the last glass in the room that was once of her daughter. I went and I found it in the trust. Was a sheet with the 3 o'clock. I worried very passionately, and the houses were more than satisfactory. Torturous, or if figure was the location with the whereabouts of her beautiful body, which wouldn't deserve such a fate, and that which must one way or another. I deserve a reward for my efforts, my energy, my judgment, and my will. It ended when it seemed that Avid had uploaded a can of invisible ink, that the sun was barely tinting, and the 3 o'clock, the inscription on the pedestal where I had other clues, indicated 532 solar branch. Smoothly, I went immediately. During the course of a public transport, I looked at the picture I took at the dress with such great admiration that introduced me to a small cry, where all that will relieve my soul would find her alive. All of Avid while it lasted. Before arriving, I had dreamed that the 532 solar bright was the address of a somewhat secluded advanced psychiatric institution in the city. When the sun was giving his last breath, I entered the Acron Numera, the psychiatric institution where I am currently, and if you don't want to understand my situation, I dream someday to return to see Avid, one of my dreams that will end now.